hopefully this will be my last video about connectivity between the Japanese Pokemon GBA games and the English ones. I'm going to wrap up pretty much everything I didn't talk about in the previous videos and some other stuff which was brought up. Not much, so don't think this is going to be really that huge. So, I have 3 Game Boys here today to show that 2 of these have wireless adapters. Now, these were, for people who don't know, were given out to people who bought FireRed and Leaf Green for the first time. And the whole purpose of these things were basically link cables. They only work with the Pokemon games, however. Like Pokemon Emerald, FireRed, and Leaf Green were the only games that support them. So, this one, no adapter. It's also charging too. So, the thing that I got a question on, a comment on one of the other videos, is that apparently, and I did actually test this one out beforehand, like all the other stuff, is that you cannot connect from Japanese games to English games by a wireless adapter. It has to be link cable. So, I will actually go into the Union Room, just showing this one. The main reason why I have this one, however, is to show you that this is the message that will appear if you can't go in at all. Just so people are like, oh, but you can, it should be working because you can go in or whatever. I don't know. Just to show that. Anyways, Emerald's going in. And now I have FireRed over here on my right side going into. And as you can see, this is a little area. This is, you probably may have seen this area more, this area over here, more in the DS games, because I think that's when a lot of people use the Union Room, but as you can see, yeah, nobody's, like, popping in or out. And this isn't because, like, they're, like, different versions. This is actually just because it's a Japanese thing. Like, even if, I did this with Japanese Emerald, I'd have the same issue. What the fuck? What did I do? Okay, so I went to go put in my Emerald cartridge. This is my Japanese Emerald cartridge. I didn't put it in correctly. And I got this. I don't know what this is. It's asking me for a language for it. Never seen this before. It's probably because I have the wireless adapter plugged into it. I don't know what the fuck this is for. It even has sound effects and everything. Couldn't tell ya. That's really weird. A few things just to mention real quick before I actually go into this next section, because I actually looked up what this was in post, because I've never seen this menu before in my life. And I actually owned a wireless adapter since 2004, so this was new to me. It turns out this is actually a search function. This would let you see who else was using a wireless adapter and playing other multiplayer games, which is really weird. That's when I also found out that the wireless adapter isn't just supported by FireRed, Leaf Green, and Emerald. I actually thought it was only for the Pokemon games because it doesn't work like a normal link cable for some reason. It's only compatible with a few games. Most of these games are just part of the NES Classic stuff, so if it was an NES Classic game that had multiplayer, chances are it worked with this thing. The game worked with about, I think, 29 games in total. Not a lot of games actually had this, and some were actually either European or Japan exclusive, which is even weirder. Some games that are notable that took advantage of this were the Mega Man Battle Network series, which I didn't know. And when I say the Mega Man Battle Network series, I mean the later ones, 5 and 6 only. Mario Golf Advance Tour and Mario Tennis Power Tour also take advantage of this. I'm not too surprised that Mario games take advantage of this, but I am surprised that it's only 2 Mario games that take advantage of this, unless you count the Super Mario Bros. From the NES Classic series. Also, Strex Super Slam, yeah, that's what I think about. Boost Fury takes advantage of this too. There's just a lot of different games. It's so weird. Anyways, back to the connectivity stuff, because that's what you're here for. Okay, so I actually have both copies of Emerald right here. This is English, this is Japanese. They both have wireless adapters in them. You can actually see that because when I boot up Mystery Gift here, it actually boots up, which I got for both copies of the game. So let me show you that even these two with wireless adapter cannot connect. Oh, this one's downstairs. Let's get that upstairs. So, go into the union room. Unless they did change it for these two, but I really don't think so. Nope, nothing. Because if it were to work, you'd actually see something on one of these screens, like another NPC. I would show an example of this, but my FireRed copy that I do have here in English sadly is not far enough to connect to Emerald at all. So I actually can't show that, but just you're going to have to take my word for it that these two can't connect to each other. That's the same with FireRed, the English FireRed to the Japanese FireRed, but only through Union Room. They can still connect by link cable, like I showed in the first video even. So yeah, there's that. There's one other thing I want to show, and then we're hopefully done with all this because I can't really think of anything else. Actually, there's a few other things, so we'll get to that. So this is Pokemon Box. In the first video I made of this, I said I would never test Pokemon Box because, well, it's really expensive. And it is, it still is. It's probably more money, if anything. No, I did not buy Pokemon Box. I am actually using Nintendo to emulate it off of my Wii because there is no way I am paying over $600 for basically a Pokemon Box system. That being said, here is what happens when you try to boot up a Japanese Pokemon game into Pokemon Box. Because I bet people were curious about this, I was too. And I don't even think it detected it because Emerald actually just went to the start screen like normal. Let me see there. Yep, literally nothing. Doesn't even humor you with like, oh, the cartridge is a different region or something like XD does. Just literally nothing happens. To give you an idea of what's supposed to happen here, I'll connect my copy of Pokemon Ruby here. If it would work. Oh my god. There you go. So, there we go. Connected Ruby. Actually, yep. I got scared there. I thought there was something wrong with my console or the wiring. But yeah. Oh, I had saved my game in a Pokemon Center. In Ruby in particular. But yeah. Normally it would be like that. And then you would actually get to Box. Here, let me actually boot up Emerald and show you actually how this is supposed to go. So normally it would say confirming connection, please wait. Gives it a second. Gives it a long second. Oh my god, I don't remember it being that long. Here we go. And then you have to keep the Game Boy on or else like it screws up. And there it is, Pokemon Box. You can arrange your boxes. This is my actual complete home index. I need to actually organize this to put my national decks because I just recently got that finished, but that's a whole thing for another day. Anyways. Oh wow, if you just exit, you just see the credits. If you exit without saving, that is. I actually did not know that. Well, that's a neat thing. Actually, this is something I randomly was curious about just now. So this is FireRed that I actually put in the cart, and I want to know if it'll read it. Now, this copy of FireRed does not have the postgame done. Oh, it read it. That's actually kind of cool. I did not think that was gonna read it. Yeah, this is a copy of FireRed I actually bought before this video. And yeah, I mean, I can transfer stuff, but it won't let me, because watch, it's gonna be like, oh, you don't have, That's actually interesting that it actually has text for that. So I wonder if Pokemon Box was made during FireRed and Green. So the fact that they actually have something to prevent you from just putting home Pokemon in there from Pokemon Box itself, that's a neat little thing I didn't know, and I don't know if anybody else knew. So there we go. That's another extra thing that has nothing to do with the Japanese stuff. Moving on. Alright, so one other thing I might as well mention about Pokemon Box over here, because I went off tangent with that Fire Red Leaf Green thing, is that if you get something that's for your game, you can easily put it in. But if you're like, let's say like, because this memory card has all my Emerald Pokemon on it, and this is my Pokemon Ruby save, if I want to put this Jirachi on my team or something like that, I can't. You will get this error message if you're playing Ruby and Sapphire, and you don't have 100 Pokemon. Once you have 100 owned Pokemon, I don't actually know if this is like owned as in your Pokedex or literally you own 100 Pokemon. I think it's the Pokedex if I had to guess. Then you can transfer Pokemon from other save files that you have in Pokemon Box here. But if not, well, you can't do that. Just a real quick thing in post, just to make this more clear. You can transfer things with your own save file onto an off of Box, even if you have less than 100 owned Pokemon. It's just Pokemon that are from other save files. Didn't sound like I made that too clear, but I just want to make that clear now in this little post blurb thing. Anyways, I get why they do this, because you could, like, I could easily complete the whole index on the save file right now if I really wanted to. But yeah, I also need to put Deoxys in here, because I'm missing Deoxys right here. I have it on my Emerald, but not on my Box apparently. Anyways, now to our final thing for real this time. It is time for something that I said I would do a long time ago, over 3 years now, and I actually did recently play through and beat Colosseum. Not really for this, but I was certainly in the mood for it, and that's kind of what sprung all this whole video in general together. And I also got a comment about the wireless adapter thing. So, Pokemon Colosseum. In the original video, I said I had no idea if this could connect to a GBA, like a Japanese GBA. I assumed it would just be like XD, except with a different error message. We are finally going to test that out. After so many years, holy shit. I didn't think I would come to this, but to be fair, I've been putting off replaying, actually beating Colosseum for a very long time now. So the fact is that we're here, we're doing this. This is going to be the send-off to all of this, is kind of funny, I guess. Anyways. So, alright. I'll let you know what it says. Connection failed. It actually doesn't have an error screen. Oh, it might actually be on me. Okay, we'll try this again. So I've got to say, Pokemon Colosseum easily has the most disappointing connection thing with all of them. It's probably as disappointing as Pokemon Box. At least with XD Gale of Darkness, it will say, hey, this thing is in a different region, and give you an error code. Or, well, not like an error code, but an error message, I should say. In Pokemon Colosseum, the thing I did earlier is the only thing that'll happen. Like, I'll even show it again. It'll just say connection failed, and it'll act like that your Game Boy isn't even connected to your GameCube, or Wii, or whatever you're using. It's actually really obnoxious. So, no error message, no nothing. It just says, hey, I don't recognize it, therefore it's not connected. That is a very disappointing end to all of this, actually. So, yeah. So there's that. I guess that's how we're ending off this video. Thank you guys for leaving comments about it. Thank you for liking the first 2 videos. I've meant to make a sequel to that other video for a long time, and now I'm making a sequel to that one, and we're finally done with all of this. Hopefully. I can't really think of anything else to do with this connectivity video series, which is really weird that this has become a video series, but hey, people kept asking questions, and I wanted answers too. So yeah, I got nothing. Bye!